Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Urban Impact Show. It feels kind of weird to say that. Normally, Rob kicks us off, so I don't have that Rob energy. I got my different energy.
What's up, y'all?
I don't have that Rob energy, but I got a little bit of energy. I am your host, Devonna Bradley, and we have
Brittany Janelle.
And Jamal on.
All right, and Jamal is here with us all month, filling in for Rob, and so we are grateful to have you with us here on the Urban Impact Show. So I just want you all to know that we are live from the studio. That is the actual name of this place. It's not like we're calling it it is the studio. Right. I get that all the time. They're like, where do I come to? I'm like, the studio? It's like, no, what's the name of it? I'm like, it's the studio. So it's the studio. Someone yell out the phone number for me because I can't see it. It's 515 what'd you say? 996 0326. That's where you come if you would like to call Lauren Campbell. Shout out to her for gracing us with this space.
We've been here like a year.
We have been here about a year, in this space. So Lauren Campbell, shout out to you. This is a great space to book, you know, a small birthday party, or
My
you want to.
My son had his 3-year-old pictures here.
Rob's son had his birthday party here. Lauren does pictures. So this is a spot where you come if you need to just have a little place to meet. You want to have a meeting with folks.
Yeah.
Really great place to be at. Lauren's really cool with that. So let's talk about it. How's everyone's week been? Brittany, how you been?
Busy.
Busy?
Really busy. Yeah. And just working and just everyday family life. But I feel like this week, like I need a break.
Yeah.
It's been really busy.
Yeah.
I get that. Jamal, how's it been?
You know what? Busy. It's always busy for me. Work. I just came from work actually. And family, you know, and then whatever kind of fun you can jam in there real quick.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I hear you. It's been a week I'm not going to get into, but it has drained me out completely.
Yeah,
I don't have weeks like that too often, but this week I'm irritated with the healthcare system. I am irritated with...
Another show.
Yeah, it's a whole other show that we're going to do. I'm entirely irritated with the healthcare system. So for those of you that can make those changes, please shout out to me. Yeah. I have learned this week that things don't make a difference to you until it impacts you.
That's right.
Yep. So that's what happened to me this week.
I always think of John Q. Was it John Q? Which the one where his son needed a heart?
Yeah, that's John Q. Yeah, that's
Every time I think about like how important health insurance is, or just like having the right coverage, I think about that movie.
Yeah,
because it can happen to any of us.
Yeah. It really can. So I'm irritated with the healthcare system right now. I'm also irritated with individuals who thinks it's okay to steal. So for those of you that are out there stealing things, let me tell you.
Stuff we work hard for.
Exactly. You came to the wrong house this week, okay? So I just want you to know, go to another place. Do not come to mine. Because I take my home space so seriously that when you enter my space, I feel like you've entered my like my personal life. Yeah. It's the one place
violated.
You do. It's the one place, and I know my whole family's like, you're making a big deal out of this, but I'm like, but when I leave this outside world that gets on my nerves a lot of the time, it's my home that I go to kick my feet up. It's my home I go to just like say what I want to say. No one's recording me
all the time.
No one's recording me at home. We can laugh at stuff that's probably inappropriate, but we can do that in our home. And for you young man who thought it was okay to come to my space, one, you came to the wrong space because I'm praying for you, okay? So I'm going to start off with that. You're in my prayers because I don't know what's going on in your world that you thought it was okay to come to my space.
Right. You just ask.
Exactly, when you can just ask me. And so if you are that person, I will help you. You don't have to come at night where I can't see your face. Come during the day so I can help you.
Because if people really knew, you give the shirt off your back to people.
I really would.
I could have helped you with something.
Yeah.
Obviously
if it's
you
a car
need something.
You need, buddy, I got someone that I can get you to. We can, as a community, we'll figure out how to get your car. Just don't take mine or anybody else's. We'll help you. If it's a job you need, we will help you find a
resources.
job. Yeah, we've got people here at this table that can give you the assistance that you need. So my thing to you is, whoever you are, I say this in love. I was irritated with you, but now I'm going to show compassion towards you because there's something going on in your world that I don't know about. And you thought it was okay, but now you've messed with the wrong person. So come back again. Let me help you. You don't have to come and take anything from us. So I'm exhausted with that. Thank God I made it through school this week. So
is your class over?
The one class. Now I'm going to quantitative methods. I'm not excited for quantitative methods, but I'm going to try to.
Qualitative was easier. It was hard, but it's easier than quantitative.
Yeah.
Who do you have?
I have Dr. Cooper is going to be my professor. She's amazing, so I'm looking forward to it. but it's all good. But Jamal, I want to get back to this whole thing. You done been at work all day and you come here. So I just want to give a shout out to you because you done been working all day. And can you tell us your job?
I work for United States Postal Service.
Okay, like shout out to you for that.
Really, the main job that I do is I load the belt. So with the mail that you guys receive, I load the belt, and so I got to keep that belt loaded so you guys can get your mail on time. Yeah.
Okay, so see, we got Jamal to thank and all the other people that he works with that we get our mail on time. If you're like me, I've been checking my P.O. box for days and nothing's in it. I'm like, is someone holding my mail?
Where's my stuff?
Where's my stuff?
You're going to get a flood of mail.
Exactly. It's just going to all just come one day. But no, thank you for your work. You know, I don't think that people who work for the post office, I've known a few in my lifetime, get enough credit. I've got uncles who won't leave the post office for some reason. They're stuck there, so they won't leave. But just shout out to everyone who's working in Postal Service. We really appreciate you more than you know. So we thank you for that. So we're looking forward to our show for today. We've got some conversations. We're going to bring our very own Madison Scaniers on the show today to talk a little bit about recognition she's received during Brittany's segment today. We're just going to have a hot topic conversation. That what we're going to do?
I think there's a lot of things going on just in the world, in our community, that we can have a conversation about.
Need to be discussed.
Yeah, no, that sounds good to me. And Jamal, you got a segment coming up. You got a special guest as well,
correct? Yes, I do.
All right. So everyone, just hold tight. We are excited to bring you just some really good information, and we're going to have a great time here today on the Urban Impact Show. So don't go away. Make sure you hit that share button. Let everybody know we're around and we exist, and we want you to continue to watching, but we are going to take a short break. We'll be right back with Urban Impact Show.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Urban Impact Show. Thank you for staying tuned with us today. I am so happy for my segment to have Madison Scania is with us. Welcome, Madison, to the show. So Madison, for you all who may not know, is really behind the scenes. So she's not always on this side, but I had to have you on for the show today because even though you're behind the scenes with us, you are out front for a very special award. Madison is receiving the 40 Under 40 Award through the Des Moines Business Record. So we wanted to just have you talk about that because that's a really amazing honor. I have to say, I'm a little sour on that because I'm over 40. So no one started noticing me until I was over 40. Yep. So by that time, I was like, I can't get no award, but you know what, God said I knew what I was doing, so it's all good. But now I can celebrate all my friends who are getting those awards. So tell me about, like, first of all, did you know you were up for this? Did anyone say anything? Or is it just the whole, like, congratulations, you're getting this award? Okay.
So those that know me know that I'm not a braggadocious person. Like, I don't like talking about myself. Yeah. And so one of my, I will call her not just a mentor, but one of my advocates, Mary Wells, our Polk County Treasurer, working for her this past year and a half. We're going on almost 2 years now. It has really taught me a lot in terms of professionally and just encouraging me to keep doing what I'm already doing. You know, I've been very civically minded since I was a small child. Yeah. I continued that through middle school, high school, into college, into my still early adulthood. And so it's just, she asked me initially because we had more friends of the show, Tiara last year, Tiara Mays, she was honored as well. And so Mary works with her too, and she was like, so what are we're gonna make sure that you're doing this next year, Madison. And I was like, sure, whatever. And I thought she had forgot about it. Right. And I was like, okay, it's not something I have to do. I don't have to get in front of people. Yeah. And so then I want to say it was like the big, like, start of the new year. And she was like, so where's your application at? Where's your information? Who are your who are your letters of recommendation? And I'm like, oh, snap, like she remembered. Okay, so I got to actually put forth that information. And so it was like, okay, well, what have I been doing? Because COVID, I've been trapped inside, but I was still showing up to protest. I was still on these different calls, still showing up in spaces where it was, we need to do more for our community. And my biggest thing is kids. I love our future. I'm always optimistic about the future, and children are a part of that. So I believe in pouring into them. So she was like, okay, what do we have here? And I'm like, well, I don't know what I've been doing. Like, I go home, I go to work, but I'm like, my calendar is usually full. And so when I was like putting together the resume portion, because she is my sponsor, I should say that. Yeah. So if you can nominate yourself, or somebody can choose to nominate you as a sponsor. Right. And so on behalf of Polk County, she did submit my application for me, but I still had to, help in that process to getting her letters, which thank you to Dewana, also one of my advocates, for getting this recognition. And put it together, and I'm like, oh, I do quite a bit. Yeah. And I didn't even, where they asked me questions, because they did an interview with me a couple weeks ago, and we're asking questions like, how would people describe you? And I'm like, I don't know. So then I go back to Dewana's letter, and I'm like, oh, I am kind of cool. Okay, I'll put that on there.
No, that is great. But we want to give a shout out to Business Record too. I will have to say that, since I've kind of been involved a little bit more with the work that they're doing, they really have diversified their list greatly. If you go back even 5 years ago and look at the list, you would not see a whole handful of people that look like us. So I just want to give them, recognition for that. Not only for doing that, but hearing the voices from people who said, hey, if you really want to get out there and have this touch point, you need to be inclusive of everyone in that space. And so I just want to give a shout out to the Business Record, because I love to give credit where credit is due. They didn't have to say yes to that. They could have said, well, we're happy with the way our list looks and the people we go after, but they chose something different. So you get the word now. They're telling you you've received this award. What does that mean to you?
I didn't know how to take it at first. It was kind of like, yay. Because a lot of what I do is selfless. Right. I don't look for recognition. And so I usually say, I'm not looking for recognition. Right. But it does feel good. Yes. It feels good to be recognized, that I didn't ask to be recognized, but you're seeing that I do put in the work and I am showing up for my community. Yeah. So it feels good. It feels good to be appreciated.
Yeah, no, I love it because you do amazing things here with the show. I just love you for your, like, you just say it. I love that. Like, Madison's going to tell you right now, if you need to know something and you want Madison to tell you, Madison's going to tell you the truth. Yeah. 100% of the time, she's not going to sugarcoat nothing. And that's what I know. But that's no, you don't need to, let me tell you something. We're both like, but that's why it works well, because I'm really on this soft side where I'm like, I want to be really careful how I say it to you. I'm thinking, so I like to take a piece of you and be like, okay, yep, I got Madison over here. So take pieces of it, but keep that like straightforwardness, because we live in a world where people need it, but it's a good balance. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people can be so straightforward, they become kind of this demanding, you're going to do it my way or else type of thing. So there's a balance to it. So, I mean, I love the work that you're doing. So talk about just some of the things you do in the community, organizations you may belong to that people may not know that you're a part of.
Well, I mean, most people that know me know that I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. This year, we have another great group of scholars. Hopefully, if they finish their program, they will be scholarship awardees as well. I took a step back, but I was previously a board member for the James B. Morris Scholarship Foundation. Again, another opportunity to promote secondary educational advancement for our Black and brown children here in the Des Moines area. I am getting even more involved with HIV/AIDS awareness advocacy because our community, especially as the demographic, a Black woman, who are the most at harm for those sexually transmitted diseases, mainly because it's taboo in our communities. We don't talk about safe sex or just healthy sexual life.
People having sex?
Yeah, they are. They are.
To talk about that.
Especially during COVID, because a lot of different diseases went up when their people coming into the facilities actually went down. So the fact that our numbers went up, but the clientele coming in to even get tested went down, it's like, we've got to have a much more insidious amount of infected peoples than we realize. And that's not just HIV/AIDS, that is all of the sexually transmitted diseases. Syphilis is rampant, and there's another strain of it that is very deadly. So wrap it up, y'all. That's all I gotta say. If you're gonna do it, be safe, be smart. I'm also involved in just the different groups and organizations within Polk County. I'm always an advocate for equality, doing what is right, making sure that intent versus impact is a part of the discussion, because sometimes we have a lot of really great ideas and they're good in theory, but in practice it really harms a lot of people. So I want to make that very clear with the spaces that I hold in these different arenas.
Well, you are doing absolutely amazing work in the community. We are so super proud of you here at the Urban Impact Show. And like I said, I know we catch you behind the scenes, but I just thought it was really fitting for people to know, you know, the work that you're doing, the passion that you have behind the work that you're doing. And so tell everyone, if they want to go to 40 Under 40, because you still got time to get tickets, can you let everybody know date and time for that event?
Yeah, so the actual ceremony itself, tickets are on sale to the general public as of right now. If you go to the Des Moines Business Records page, which I believe is businessrecord40.com, I do have it on the slide. I know I have that there, but you can see who the other 39 awardees are going to be this year. It is on March 30th at Prairie Meadows at 4 to 7 p.m. Would love to have as many people like us in the audience, because we definitely, like you said, there's more of us that are going to be on stage as well. That's I felt really honored to be amongst so many other POCs. Not just, I mean, there's other Black people too, but I'm seeing like just the diversity of, okay, we have more Latinx people this time. I believe there are some people that are also affiliated with like LGBTQ plus as well. So I'm excited.
We're super excited for that. And I also want to give a shout out to Lindsay Canaday, who has been a guest of the show, who is also being recognized as 40 Under 40, and also Bridget Robertson, who's with Neighborhood Finance. So we have a couple of people who have been on the show who are actually going to be a part of that group as well.
Yeah, and Lindsay was last year.
Yes.
But Bridget is this year as well.
Why did she talked this
Lindsay
year.
White, but Lindsay Canaday is this year's recipient.
Okay.
We also manifested in a group chat several years ago, which is like coming full circle.
Okay, so this is great. So y'all have plenty of people to go out and support and see on the 31st. I'm going to talk to the business record to see if Urban Impact Show could get 2 tickets that we would like to give away on a future show. So don't quote me on that yet because I haven't even asked the business record for permission. But I will reach out to them on Monday and see if that is a possibility. We would like you to be there if you want to be there. So we will see if we can give away a few tickets. Madison, thank you for being my guest today. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning into this segment. Do not go anywhere because we're going to come back with some hot topics. We'll be right back with the Urban Impact Show.
Welcome back to the Urban Impact Show. I am one of your hosts, Brittany Janelle. So today, usually this segment is highlighting Black businesses, but we're going to do something a little bit different today, and then follow up next week with another amazing Black business. So let's jump into some hot topics that have been going on. I feel like there's always like stuff going on, so it's like, and if you're like a news person, like I'm somebody who, and it's not just like regular news, I look at like urban media, like all type urban news, like everything. Just because I like to know what's going on. So I guess the first one that kind of crosses my mind is the situation going on with Ja Morant. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, I thought it was wild. But he can't be forgiven.
Yeah.
But you got to think about who you are, where you're at in life too.
And some people are saying, okay, like this kind of the same little situation happened with Kyrie. So they're saying like, are they being as lenient with him because Nike didn't drop him?
Yeah.
And he got suspended longer, but I think it just depends. Let's keep it real. We know how the world goes. It depends on what you're doing. If you're going to get a slap on the wrist, you're going to get in trouble. At the end of the day, wrong is wrong. And I'm a very firm believer, just like with the dude at Iowa State, when you break a rule, I don't care how big you are, you need to be punished. You need to be held accountable. It doesn't mean just because you're a millionaire, you get a slap on the wrist because that kid was a kid who grew up in the suburbs. He knows way better than a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like now it's getting to the point where are you using your authority or your status, your money to do whatever you want. And it's like, why would you be pointing a gun? Why would you do that? You know better.
Yeah, I'm guessing that just trying to show off.
Right.
Yeah, that's really it.
Because we live in a society where, I'll just say, like, ghetto things for the younger kids, ghetto type of hit, like that type of stuff that they hear in hip hop and everything. Like, people want to copy that, especially the kids. Yeah. And you not really like that in real life. You shouldn't even want to be like that in real life.
Neither are the artists that sing about it.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. People forget that those artists, it's entertainment. Like, people forget that. When people are, having these videos and showing all of these different things, that is for entertainment because it's what people themselves and what they like to see. This is not necessarily how they're living their lives. Let me be very clear. But what happens is because of the way that all of our minds work differently, we're taking that in to say, I want to be that. But if you had a conversation with those stars, I guarantee you they would say, I don't live nothing like that.
Exactly.
I'm giving you what you want because it sells.
It's entertainment.
Exactly. But then we take that entertainment and try to make it in our real world.
But it's like you need to be very careful of that because look at Young Thug. His lyrics are being used against him in court. So even if you were faking that life, now you faking it got you in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. I was disappointed in like someone like that where our kids are looking up to you. Like, I'm sorry if you didn't try to be a role model, you automatically are.
Right.
So it's like you just got to live very different. And why are you jeopardizing your millions?
Right.
If I get $1 million, I'm not jeopardizing that for nobody.
You don't have to carry a weapon when you got money.
Right.
Because you can have a security.
No, then this is why it's important too, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever you all are raising in your homes, we got to start teaching them about this and why once you get to a certain point to really you have something to uphold. Now when you become that role model, you've got kids that are home that are looking at that. We as adults are teaching our young people what's okay and not okay. But then we as adults mess up too because if everyone's doing wrong, why do we pick which wrong is lesser? Yeah. So that wrong wasn't so bad, but it was still wrong. Exactly. So everyone needs to be treated that way. If you mess up, whatever the protocol is in your organization for messing up, then that's what needs to be followed. But to say that you get this because, you do this, so we're going to not do this, but you do this, it doesn't work like that,
or
you know?
money and fix it.
And that's what they think.
Exactly.
So another thing that was out and kind of big in the media was Creed. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Creed franchise.
I am.
But this one, Michael B. Jordan, he produced it. So he acted in it and he produced it. And it just had a lot of different, you know how like the animation that they use for, like in some movies now, to make things look really real. And then the animation that they use for a video game. When they were fighting, it looked like a video game. It was so cool.
Yeah, I heard some really good things about it. Now, have you seen it already?
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Is it as good as everyone's saying it is? Because I've been reading the reviews.
So I'll be honest, I don't think it's the best one, but I think it's really good. Like, I think it's good. Like, I like the fact that he got to produce it because that is very different sitting on that side of the table and being able to wear that hat. And I think for them believing in you so much on a big project like this to let you do that and act because you got to think as an actor, you as a producer, you have one hat of like how you want the story to be played or things that you change, and as an actor, you're acting it. So it's almost kind of like nerve-wracking, I think, to be acting the scene and then see things when you're supposed to just be in that acting hat where you're like, oh wow, like maybe we should change that or maybe we should stop doing that because you're not giving your full attention. You know what I mean? So I just think it was awesome that I know him and not the producer, but the person who's over it. And I know, like, I ran track with him, Ryan Coogler. Him and Ryan Coogler are now friends because he was on Fruitvale Station. So I'm sure that's how he got the opportunity. But nevertheless, he kicked butt.
That's really good. Did y'all happen to see the clip? I didn't get to watch it all, but I heard about this, about where he had a high school friend interview him. And this young lady during high school basically
yes.
called him corny all the
Yes.
time, and she
Yes.
made fun of him.
Yep.
But she was on the red carpet. I think he handled it well.
Yeah, he did.
But
He had to say something.
He did. But it was
yeah.
funny because she's asking these questions, and he's like, "Oh, so you don't remember me? Like
I was corny,
you
remember?
I was corny
Yeah.
back in high school." And so she kept trying to play it off like, "Oh, you know, we were just young, and we were just
You
that."
never know who somebody's gonna grow up to be.
Young folks,
Yeah.
stop making fun of each other because you could be making fun of the next actor, the next president, the next high-profile person.
His clout is way bigger than hers at this point now.
Yeah, she's
You
got
know,
an independent thing going on.
Yeah,
and,
but
you
it's
know.
like he was voted America's most what is not the finest man or the best looking man of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Corny.
Yeah, exactly.
And corny, right? And corny on top of that.
Yeah.
Well, I have to just say, I got to just ask y'all this question. Was Chris Rock right by going on to do his special to tear into Will Smith? What do we think?
Absolutely.
That was his payback.
Yeah, and he had to do it. And I think as a man of color, like he got to
Right.
redeem himself. You know what I mean? Like Will Smith, like it's been people's opinion about Will Smith like for the past few years.
Right.
And so it would have behooved him not to have.
Yeah.
You know what I
we knew
mean?
it was coming. I do appreciate him taking time though,
Yeah.
because he could have came right out like, okay, you going here, I'm going there
Yeah.
too. He took his time. We all knew it was coming.
He's a superstar though. He has to. He has to do it the right way.
But he's an entertainer though too.
Yeah.
So in all of it, he had to find some kind of joke in it to bring it back. And so I
wanna watch it.
I was reading his
I'm
jokes.
watching this now.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. He went in on him. He went in on him and Jada. He didn't hold no
He had
punches.
to do it because he's
but
got to do them both.
yeah, I haven't seen it, but I read some of the jokes that he had, and so I seen that this morning. It was like,
I'm gonna check it out tonight.
Coming.
Yeah. He had to though.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, those are just a few of the things going on in our world. But here in our state, since we are here in Des Moines, Iowa, we can't say anything without letting you know that Governor DeSantis is coming here to Iowa, also along with Donald Trump. So we've got some interesting individuals coming in our city. So if anything I can tell y'all, and we believe this wholeheartedly at the Urban Impact Show, educate yourself and know about these people. Do not buy into everything you see on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC. While, all of these people. Exactly. Yeah. So you gotta educate yourself and do your research. Don't believe the person at your the kitchen table. Look it up for yourself. If you want to know what these people are about and get a feel for them, look it up for yourself and then go vote the way that you think needs to happen. But pay attention, Iowa. These folks are coming, and be mindful of the things they're saying, and don't listen to anybody else, but figure it out for yourself.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. So we are going to take a short break. We will be back with our final segment, well, next to our final segment. You stay right there. We'll be back with the Urban Impact Show.
We are back from break, and I have my host here, my lovely wife. Oh, my guest. Sorry, y'all. My guest. Sorry about that. I'm the host. My lovely wife, Carmen Long, and she is here because this is Women's Month. Okay, Women's History. So the reason that she is here is because she wears so many dresses, not hats, but dresses. So I'm gonna let her just go ahead and explain who she is, what she does, just like a little bio. So.
Okay. Hey everybody. Again, my name is Carmen, and I am Jamal's lovely wife. We've been married 18 years and have 4 children together. I work with a nonprofit, not a nonprofit, I work with the state of Iowa trying to get kids to college. So my passion in life is connecting people with life-changing opportunities. So I do that in my professional life and then also outside in my personal life, focused a lot on women's health and wellness, trying to really pay back forward information to allow women to know their potential and strength to build better lives for themselves.
Okay, well, the reason I brought her on the show, too, is because she has motivated my whole family with health, a healthy lifestyle. And so she has came up with a workout group, and she came up with the name, and it is Team Shift. So since she is Queen Shift, go ahead and tell us a little bit about Team Shift and, how you came up with it and what inspired you.
Okay. So again, I was a mom at 18, and I was a young mom, and so after having several kids, I packed on a lot of weight. With each kid came about 20 pounds, so I was about, yeah, you did. Yeah. And so I feel like I just kind of let myself go. I was focused more on my family. When you're living a busy life, sometimes you don't prioritize your health, so you just, you eat fast food, you do what you need to do. I was a college student at the time, so when I finally realized the state of my health and try to make drastic changes, when you're in a family, you're only as successful as the people around you. So I think it only made sense to bring my family along. So I started on my journey, and I just feel like, the family kind of hopped on with me. So I would do workouts, and at first I would do workouts and they would all just be sitting watching me.
Eating popcorn.
Right. And then eventually, everyone came along. So I lost weight. My daughter, our daughter who's 17, lost, about 50 pounds. Jamal lost weight. We have transformation pictures that are great, that are really, they'll tickle you. But so yeah, so Team Shift is just, it stands for, the shift part stands for, I'm pointing to a shirt because you got the logo right here. Self-care helps ignite your full transformation. And it all really begins with, a thought. You can change anything once you change your mind. And a made-up mind, I don't think anything is stronger than that. So just really focusing on internally taking care of yourself, your thoughts, what you think about yourself, how you think about the food you eat, and then it'll trickle down to a full transformation.
So the question I have is, what are some of the self-care tips? I'd say, I know one thing I see you do a lot is celery juice. So what is celery juice? What does it do for you?
It's the magic juice. I bought some. I was gonna have you guys taste it, but it's not the greatest thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really be in the mood, so it's not one of those things. But I learned about. You'll do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, get out the cups. We can have some. But it's really just that. It's just organic celery juice, and there's what they call in here is salt clusters, and basically it flushes out your system. Those salts kind of clean out your insides, and it flushes out your system. And I've had so many detoxes that I've bought, paid $200 for. I buy a $2 bulk of celery, and
It does what it needs to
I'm
do.
telling you, it's the magic juice.
The whole thing, or you just need a shot?
So I drink the whole thing, but I know people that get some from me that do shots. Some do cups. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody's body's different.
What would get you going? Do you need a whole container or just a shot?
For me, I do the whole container. And so going back to when I first heard about it, they suggest doing 25 ounces. And so that's what I started with. But I've, like I said, I've sold this juice to people, and they're like, look, I just need a shot. Yeah. And it does what it needs to do. So everybody's body is different. Yeah. But nonetheless, it just has these nutrients in it that helps regardless. So.
How often do you guys meet?
Yeah, okay. It's okay. How often do we?
How often do you guys meet and where do you meet?
My groups? So my groups are like, they're virtual.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so like all of the things that we do is on a virtual component. And I feel like with COVID, you know, with all that, it was really convenient. But I feel like now that that's kind of out the way, people are more eager to be in person. Mm-hmm. So we do the workouts online. We have like private accountability groups where, you know, moms check in and, you know, we just motivate each other towards our goals.
Tell them about, I guess, another self-care tip that I really see you doing is your sea moss. Tell them about what you do with the sea moss.
I take it topically, like, you know, I'll take some teaspoons, but I like sea moss on my face. Like, I put it as a mask, and I let it dry up, and then I rinse it out, and my skin feels like silk. I promise you, like, I love it on my skin more than anything. So I buy sea moss from Nico, a lifestyle, shout out, and it comes in like a container similar to this, and, you know, I get them about once every couple of weeks. But it's the face for me, more skincare.
So what do you have coming up? I know you got some things coming up. I know you got your groups. What do you have coming up in the near future, I guess?
So collectively, Team Shift has a boot camp that actually starts tomorrow. And we meet virtually. We meet twice a week. So Monday mornings will be virtual, 5 a.m. And then we'll meet Wednesday evening. It'll be an in-person workout. So depending on the weather, hopefully we're on a better path now, so we'll be able to work outside.
Can you still sign up for the boot camp?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can sign up. Team Shift has a Facebook page, so if you're interested, it's just Team Shift on Facebook. We have a post on it, so if you're interested, just let us know. We'll send you the link. Also, I still do my accountability groups, and I'm also working with United Way to do some contract work for Community Garden, trying to raise awareness for the several community gardens that are in Des Moines and the surrounding areas. There are so many community gardens that we don't even know about. And so I wanted to really get the word out there for families to, number one, know where they're at, number two, know how to utilize them, and three, eventually be able to start our own gardens.
So I know you wear many dresses. Something else that you do with the community, what else do you do? What are your other community involvements?
That's the most part right there. I work with Gear Up Iowa, so it's a college access program. And so a lot of the work that I do on that side is trying to get students to go to college. And since the pandemic, we've seen a drop in students' interest to want to go to school. So we've had to really think of really different, innovative ways to kind of engage the students right now, because they're just like, it's different. It's definitely different. I think they lost. Yeah. So, you know, that's really one of my passions as well.
Okay. Well, we are so happy that you came and you blessed us with your beauty. So thank you.
Thank you.
We will see you for the next. Wait, we're taking a break. Sorry. Yeah. We're taking a break.
Break.
back to the Urban Impact Show. We are coming towards the end of our time together, which has been, we've had a good show. Yeah, this has been a good show. We have done a really great job. Mr. Rob Johnson, if you're watching, you know, we can make it, we're doing good. Yeah, yeah,
I'll make you proud.
Jamal said he would make you proud, and so we've had a really great show. Now we've got Brittany here, who
oh my God,
has.
I want to be on the spot.
Now we're not going to put you on the spot, okay? But we just want to just hold true to what we said. Now I said, tell me what we have here again.
That's the celery juice.
Okay, so the celery juice, I have held off on not trying to celery juice, y'all, not because I don't want to, but I do have a medical condition that Jamal's going to look some things up for me first before I start getting into some stuff, because we want to make sure I'm being responsible, okay? I don't want to mess myself up even more. So Brittany has agreed to it. My daughter is here. Y'all can't see her behind the scenes. She has agreed to try in my place. And so she's going, have you been drinking it already? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, cheers. And it's good?
Healthy cheers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. It tastes just like celery. You know how sometimes, what is that shot that they have at like the smoothie places?
Oh, I know what you're talking about because we've had them before.
I literally threw up, like, but it was like after I drank it. It wasn't like right, like it was like a little bit after. And
yeah.
It was serious, yeah.
This is a little more settled.
Yeah, this ain't bad.
So we're going to become healthy here at the Urban Impact Show, okay? So we got Jamal here and got his wife here. Like, they're going to make sure that we start to get on point because health is really important. I know we don't talk about it that much and all of this kind of stuff. And I do work at a soul food restaurant and own one, but I always tell people I shouldn't see you every day at the soul food restaurant, okay? So if
Sunday.
you come, maybe
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, and I don't even want to see you weekly, really. Like, I just want to see you every so often. There's enough people that live here that can come see us every so often. But seeing you every day, I tell people that when they come to the register all the time. I'm like, it's not healthy, so don't show up to me, you know, every day. But in saying that, we really are going to start taking our health seriously. Yeah. And Jamal's going to be doing so many things on the show, but I know one of the things is going to be health.
Yeah,
and I will be doing some healthy meals and just showing some alternatives too. So.
Okay, so we want to make sure that happens. Also, something that's coming up that we're always excited to be a part of is Iowa Juneteenth.
Yay.
Very super excited for the things that are going on there. We have a large fundraising goal this year, and so you know, people say, well, that's so much money you're trying to raise. The reason is because we try to do everything we can for free for people to come. We know within our community there are people who are just tired of paying for things. You've got grocery bills that are going up high, gas is going up high, you name it, everything is high.
And
so
it's an expensive part of the year.
It is.
In the summer.
Yeah, it is. Kids are off school. You know, parents got to fill food in their house, you know, because you didn't have kids come in.
The light bill go up, the water bill go up.
Yeah, all of that. So we want to say thank you to everyone so far who has said yes. And so charge it to my head, not my heart. If I'm forgetting anything, I've got 2 lists going on here to make sure I say yes, say thank you to everyone. But I also want you to know I'm coming to you. So if you want to donate to Iowa Juneteenth, we will go to www.iowajuneteenth.org. You can go to that website, check out what we did last year. You can also give. The money that you give will go towards this year's events. Anything that we have left over will just be things that Des Moines Urban Experience, the nonprofit, will do throughout the year. And the things that we do are donative and a service to our community. So I would like to thank these individual businesses right now who have said yes to Iowa Juneteenth. Bravo of Greater Des Moines, Principal, Nationwide, Drake University, John Deere Financial, and we've got Bankers Trust, we've got Athene, we've got Iowa Environmental Council, we've got Shazam, we've got Kemin, Delta Dental, AARP, Green State Credit Union, West Bank, Iowa Economic Development Authority, Broadlawns, JP Morgan and Chase, and Veridian Credit Union are the individuals that we have so far as our sponsors. So we just want to say thank you. You know, we appreciate you. Individuals, you're looking for places to support. These are places who have stepped up and said yes to us so far. I still have some others that have said yes, but I don't have dollar amounts yet, so I haven't said put your names out there yet until it's completely official. But we want you to be a part of this year's festivities. Mark your calendars for the 3rd Saturday in June, June 17th. downtown at Western Gateway Park. That's where we're going to be doing things. We're also going to have events starting June 9th to June 23rd. So I'm asking you all to save the dates, pay attention to our website, pay attention to the show. Yeah, we're going to have something for everyone, and we want to make sure that everyone is a part of the stuff we're doing here in the city of Des Moines. And so this is a great time to come out with your families. It's hot that day, y'all, so make sure you dress accordingly, hydrate yourself, but we enjoy the time that we have down there, so we're really looking forward.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So we're here at the end of the show. Any final thoughts about today's show? Jamal, anything you'd like to say?
Just boot camp is tomorrow, 5 a.m. Wednesday, we'll be meeting at the Capitol. If you want to know more information about our boot camps, anything that we have coming up in the near future, you can get onto our Facebook page, our Instagram. That's about it.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good show. I think Jamal's a really good addition. Rob, we do miss you. Hope you are having a good time on your speaking tour. But no, I thought it was a good episode today, and excited for the week.
Yes,
our time goes back next week.
Oh, that's right.
That
I'm so glad you said that. I know my phone would have done all the work for me, but I'm glad that you said, thank God for these cell phones, because I'll be forgetting all those fall back, spring forward. So, we're losing an hour of sleep. Ooh, that's right.
Yeah, more light. Yeah.
But we get more light, so I guess if I have to figure out the trade-off, I'll take more daytime hours. So everyone remember, next weekend, spring forward, we had a really great show today, and we're going to be doing more at the Urban Impact Show. I'm going to say this every show, we need your support.
Yes.
So we want to thank those who are agreeing to support the show. We got to get that link out to you that we will get out. We are doing our fundraising through Des Moines Urban Experience, who will bring that in. So if you want a letter, for giving through the nonprofits, you can, but they'll be the fundraising arm for us to get us things for the show. So your monies will be just used to make this show greater and better, any equipment we may need, and places like that. So we want you to give to the Urban Impact Show. We really believe in the work that we're doing, and we're providing great information to our community and hopefully putting the city of Des Moines on the map. This show takes place, even though we're out here in Windsor Heights, we are representing the greater Des Moines area. Where people always tell me there are Black folks there. Right. There are. We are here. We are right here. So we are looking forward to next week. We want you all to have a great week, and we will join you next Sunday on the Urban Impact Show.
Yep. Have a good week.
All right. Have a good week, everyone.